Hey guys, Ponyline here. As stated in my last video, I was recently flown out to Gamescom and I was able to play the two maps that we haven't seen in the name of the Tsar DLC. Today I'm going to be making another map tip video about the second map, and that is Galicia. It pits the Hungarian Empire versus the Russian Empire, and it's a much larger scale map than what we saw with Tsaritsyn. The map itself has many different elements in it, from its farmlands, lightly forested areas, rivers, trenches, rolling berms, as well as many areas that one can use for cover such as windmills or even buildings. These gameplay space elements allow for users to do long, short, or even medium range combat, as well as vehicle play in between. Let's go ahead and get started with vehicles that you can find in Galicia. Every single spawn point at the beginning of a game starts with 3 tanks, 3 horses, and 2 plane spawns. You can also find that there are 2 transport vehicles that will be in your spawn at the beginning of a game. Every time that you capture your home flags at either E or A, which is stockpile or force battery respectively, you will get another transport vehicle. In regards to the tanks that you can choose on this map, you can only choose between 2 types. You can either choose the artillery truck or the brand new assault truck that was added in with the DLC. Both of them are fast-paced tanks that are good to get around the map, but in terms of being able to take a lot of damage, they are not a very viable option. One must be careful when driving the tanks because there are many craters and trenches on the map that enemies can use to shoot you with their anti-tank rifles. Not to mention that all the natural environment allows for the tanks to get stuck very easily. Horses make a very good option to go ahead and get around the map when necessary. You can either get some very good moments where you sneak up behind a group of enemies that are running through a river or a trench and get a lot of road kills, or you can use it to flank around the enemy when necessary. In regards to plane gameplay, since Galicia is more of an open-ended map, it allows for great infantry runs when flying in a plane. If you have a good gunner to help you out in an attack plane, you can stay up in the air for a very long time. This is especially true because there's only 3 points on the map that have flat cannons. That'd be A, E, and C. Due to planes having the ability to dominate on the map, expect a lot of people to use artillery trucks with a flat cannon emplacement on them to go ahead and try to counter plane dominance. As objective points on Galicia have a very similar layout, where they're either within a trench or a river, we're going to go ahead and cover a few other points of interest that'll be very key to doing well on the map. The first point of interest we'll talk about is the very center of the map itself. It's the point where you'll find the multiple buildings or windmills that snipers can use for a vantage point. They'll be able to go ahead and get a good view of where enemies are coming across the map, and it'll lead to very good mid to long range gunplay. The other important factor about this part of the map is that there are 2 field cannon emplacements that are located here. This will be crucial to go ahead and try to take out vehicles that are coming across the map, whether it be transport vehicles or tanks. The second point of interest we'll talk about is point C, also known as train wreck. At Trainwreck, you can go ahead and use the actual wreckage of the train itself to go ahead and take cover when trying to engage at this point. And there's also buildings. The second important fact about this location is that there's another flat cannon as well as a field cannon emplacement that you can use. This will be key to go ahead and fight off ground vehicles as well as air vehicles. The last important note on Trainwreck is that this is the only flag that the behemoth, the train on this map, can pass through. So be very careful when the enemy behemoth is on the map, because if it goes towards C, it's the only flag that it can actually sit at and cap. Therefore, expect that the enemy train will always be located here. And last but not least are the elite kits. You'll find that there are 3 elite kits that spawn on the map. They spawn at both A and E, which are the home deployments, as well as the train wreck, or flag C. You'll find that there's generally enough cover for you to go ahead and really utilize these kits at these objective points. That's about all I have for you guys on Galicia. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. And until next time guys, see you on the battlefield.